screens of Ajith Kumar of the injuries that he sustained. He was murdered by the police, let's be clear, thrashed mercilessly. Here's proof. These are images. There are many of them that are far too triggering to show on national television. We've had to blur a whole lot of the images just because of how badly Ajith was beaten up. 44 wounds he suffered, courtesy the cops. And guess what? The cops actually tried to claim that he died because he suffered an epileptic attack while trying to escape while he slipped. Now, obviously, the cops didn't get away with that. They were pulled up by the Madras High Court, and that's what it took, the judiciary to step in once again. These are the pictures of how badly Ajith Kumar was assaulted. And these pictures were produced in the Madras High Court today, showing the swelling on his limbs, showing also clearly that there was, in fact, all sorts of injuries, including bruises. Now, as we get you those details, the Madras High Court's Madurai bench has slammed the Tamil Nadu government and the state cops over the death of this temple guard with no criminal record. You had the judge questioning how such a horrific act could happen in a state like Tamil Nadu, saying that Tamil Nadu prides itself on being educationally and socially advanced. Now, the Madras High Court didn't stop there, saying that these kind of brutalities don't even happen in less literate North Indian states. The court also said that this is essentially killing their own citizens, that the poor are being targeted and they think they can get away with it. And they didn't stop with pulling up the cops. They also pulled up the state government, saying people have not forgotten their Jairaj and Benix case, the Satankulam police custody torture case of 2020. The court also noted that Ajith Kumar suffered 44 injuries. Chili powder was allegedly applied to his back, mouth and ears. And just imagine the kind of torture that he underwent. No FIR was filed over the allegation of theft over which he was actually arrested. The FIR has been filed after all of the outrage over his death. Details in our report.
Another young life allegedly crushed by the very people who have sworn to protect us. 27-year-old Ajith Kumar, a temple security guard in Sivaganga, was picked up by a special police team over a complaint about missing gold jewelry. What followed is a horrifying tale of torture and cover-up. The police claimed Ajith died of an epileptic seizure, saying that he collapsed while trying to escape during a search at a cow shelter. But a video shot by a temple worker showed Ajith being mercilessly beaten with lathis. The autopsy confirmed wounds on the victim's hands, forehead, shoulders, dried blood and a swollen ankle. This doesn't look like a medical episode, but a killing in uniform. 5 police personnel have been arrested, the SP transferred. The CID is now probing the case. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, under fire over the custodial death, claims that his government has taken action. Ajith's death brings back haunting memories of Jairaj and Benix in 2020, who were beaten with lathis, stripped and severely injured, leading to their death. The question remains, how many more Ajiths before custodial violence ends in India? With Pramod Madhav, Bureau Report, India Today.
And let's get you the breaking update that's coming in. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has spoken to Ajith Kumar's family, the victim's family, and offered his condolences to the family members. Chief Minister Stalin has spoken repeatedly of this custodial death case and has promised necessary action. He's now spoken to the family too. Pramod Madhav is joining us live with more details on this. Pramod, you know, our hearts go out right now to the family, and you can only imagine what they're having to endure right now in the face of this kind of a tragedy. And now we understand Chief Minister Stalin has also spoken to them. They've been putting forth multiple demands, saying that justice hasn't been given in this case, Pramod.
It absolutely is, Akhsita. In fact, like losing a member of your family, but that too in such a gruesome manner. Pulp brutally beaten to pulp, and that has to after that we get to see the images and also a video of your own family member, your brother, your son being beaten in such manner, and they have to go through all this currently, and because of intervention of the court, everything has come out to the public right now. And this is when the Chief Minister went ahead and he held a review meeting yesterday. He issued a stern warning against those, including policemen, who are involved in such activities, custodial deaths, and later the FIR came out, and then the 5 policemen were arrested. And now after everything went to the court, the Chief Minister has gone ahead. Pedikurapan is the minister and responsible for Sivagangai constituency. He went and met the family. He went and met Naveen, who's the brother, and Ajith Kumar's mother, and there he dialed the phone and gave it to the Chief Minister, through which the Chief Minister spoke to Ajith Kumar's mother and expressed his condolences. Akhsita.
All right, Pramod, thanks very much for getting us those details. The government assuring that they'll take all necessary steps, but the reality is that unfortunately this has happened far too often in Tamil Nadu. It is because of the administration looking the other way, allowing the cops to go ahead and resort to custodial torture, that these kind of incidents repeatedly get highlighted in Tamil Nadu. In this particular case, Ajith Kumar was thrashed with lathis, tortured. There were allegations that even chili powder was rubbed on some of his wounds. So just imagine the pain that this young man had to go through. He was taken into custody without any sort of case being filed against him. And there itself, there are serious questions being asked. Let's open this up here on Super 6 and bring in our panelists on this broadcast. We've got Dharnidharan, DMK spokesperson, joining us on this broadcast, Kovai Satyan of the AIADMK and Vinod P. Selvam of the BJP. Good evening, vanakkam to all of you. Mr. Dharnidharan, I'd like to begin with you because the onus clearly right now is on how the state government will respond to what's happened to the case of Ajith Kumar. What's the action the government has taken? What do you propose to do going forward?
See, firstly and foremost, immediately after the incident, the Chief Minister took charge and suspended the officers and also spoken to the family members, and the local ministers were sent. I also apologize to what happened, because such situations should not exist in any democracy. But having said that, custodial death is a pan-India problem, and I think it's something that has to be eliminated. And I'll also tell you in Tamil Nadu how the situation has improved. From 2016 to 2021, there have been 42 custodial deaths. And from 2021 to 2026 until now, 4 custodial deaths. And why do custodial deaths happen? I've studied on this matter a bit. It is because per capita police force in India is about 130 to 150, which is much lower than other Western developed democracies. And because of that, the police are under stress. So what did we do in Tamil Nadu? Was because after the party came to power, we started having mental health training for the police officer to de-stress them, and which has shown results. But having also said that, what we want to do is, the investigation is in place. We also want to go to the root cause of what has happened, and no one will be spared. My Chief Minister, whoever it is, be it the people in the government or be it the people in the party, if they have committed a mistake, the law has taken its due course. For example,
Dharnidharan, let me circle back. Let me circle back. What's the data you gave me? How many custodial cases of torture have been reported in Tamil Nadu?
From 26 to 21, 42. And 21 to 26, 4.
4. There are custodial deaths, and this is, I'm reading out of a document that was submitted in the Madras High Court. There are 5 this year alone, in 2025.
See,
there were 10 in 2024. So what are we talking about?
No. That includes what? That also includes people in remand, people in prison. This is custodial, people who are in custody.
Okay, so you're talking about, okay, so you want to narrow it down. You want to narrow it down, sure. You're speaking about certain number of custodial deaths that have happened. You're narrowing it down to a certain figure. How many convictions have happened in those cases?
See, for example, I'll tell you what happened in 2020 when Felix died. The next day, then Chief Minister Kedapadi comes and tells they died because of heart attack. Then High Court has to take suo motu cognizance of the matter, and 10 days later, the officers were transferred, and then case went to CBCID. Here, on the same day, we never gave excuse. The police who were responsible were suspended, and investigation also been launched, and the case has been given to CCTV. But
no, you're not answering my question. Dharnidharan, now if I go to the AIADMK and they start talking, you will accuse them of politicizing the incident. Now, when you raise the 2020 incident, that's exactly what you're doing. You're politicizing.
I am not politicizing the matter. I apologized on the live television. I said such situation should not happen in the democracy. I also told you the reason on why it is happening. I said what are the steps we have taken to prevent, to go to the root cause of the matter, to the root cause, which is police stress, understaffing. So how we have addressed that. And this is an aberration. We will curtail this aberration is what I'm saying. Nowhere I have come and done politics. I said how the situation was, how the situation is today, how it is pan-India, how it is in Tamil Nadu, what we have done since 21, what we will do from today to make sure the situation do not happen.
Okay, let me
It
bring
has
in
happened.
Kovai Satyan. Let me bring in Kovai Satyan of the AIADMK. Mr.
justifying what
Kovai
has
Satyan,
happened.
you've heard what the DMK has said. Are you satisfied? The DMK is saying, look, as soon as this incident came to light, we ensured adequate action was taken. They're also apologizing. You heard Mr. Daridharan, he says, I apologize for what happened.
This is what the entire ecosystem of DMK, including the Chief Minister, has been stating for the last 24 custodial murders. This is a 25th murder. This is a standard template. We have taken timely action. We have suspended the officials. The case has been referred to CBCID. The justice will be done. And nothing moves forward from there. Are the victims and their family been given justice? The answer is no. The answer is zero. Look at the plight of the mismanagement and the audacity of the police force. A high-rank IAS officer calls up a policeman in the rank of SP and DSP and directs them to investigate. And he sends a special team in a vehicle, picks up Ajith Kumar. No FIR has been registered, nor he was produced in front of magistrate. They hop from one place to another, beat him to death. There is not even one organ in his body which is spared. It is a classic example how an elected government can kill his own men. That's what it turns out to be. It is a well-planned, cold-blooded murder. And if you really follow the questions asked by the honorable judge today, you would know to what extent they have gone to the cover-up. 3 DMK members, along with the DSP, goes to a farm with Ajith Kumar's brother, and they are trying to strike a deal with giving 50 lakhs as assurance, and probably some sobs from the government side. What is the need for a DSP and 3 DMK members to go and pacify Ajith Kumar's brother? And in the first place, when Ajith Kumar's mother's FIR is not yet registered, why MK Stalin is speaking to his family and pleading with them?
Daridharan, is there an attempt to cover up? Is there an active attempt to cover up as the AIADMK is alleging here?
It's a complete cover-up.
How? If there is no. I think if there is an attempt to cover up, why is my chief minister going to come and speak on live TV and say this what happened should not have happened and these people are suspended?
No, tell me what the FIR says. Daridharan, what does the FIR say?
Why would my chief minister speak to them on phone?
What does the FIR say on the death of Ajith Kumar? Why does the FIR speak of epileptic attack and whatnot when we clearly know what exactly led to his death?
No. Why were the police officers suspended? The FIR was based on what the autopsy said. But why were the police officers suspended? Why did my chief minister speak to the victim's family? The chief minister spoke to the victim's family because he knows what happened should not have happened. And he also clearly said, no one will be spared in this government. That is not clear. Whoever one can be, could be the highest ranking IPS officer or however powerful person he is in the society. If he has done a mistake, he will be given punishment is what my chief minister said. Where is an attempt to cover up? There is no attempt to cover up. Attempt to cover up happened in the previous regime. Here not. Even if it's party members, any mistake, they will be immediately punished and removed from the party. See, again, I'll tell you, custodial death in Tamil Nadu 2021 to 22 is 2. 2022 to 23 is 1, 23 to 24 is 0, 24 to 25 is 1.
Daridharan, I will take the data you're giving me with a pinch of salt because from what has been put out in the Madras High Court, the numbers are very different from what you're telling me. And the fact is, and we've got that on our screens also, this is what's put out, 31 deaths in 5 years. This is put out in the Madras High Court in a document. That's the data right there.
No, that is both judicial custody plus police custody together.
Okay, so does that make it any better? I'm sorry, but that still means that the government, the administration is accountable. Let me bring in Vinod Selvam as well of the BJP. Vinod, what do you have to say about this particular incident? The unfortunate reality is that Tamil Nadu, and correct me if I'm wrong, but irrespective of the administration, irrespective of the government, has this notorious reputation of giving a police a free hand where they can get away with these kind of crimes. Vinod, can you unmute yourself, please?
The video which has come out from Tirupavanam is absolutely horrendous. It is a chilling murder which has happened under the police supervision. The police themselves have committed this heinous crime and it cannot be pardoned. Though Mr. Dharnidharan is giving various statistics, it does not justify what has happened. Giving numbers and data, trying to make yourself feel good is not what is to be done at this point. The DMK has completely erred in every aspect. This is not the first time. And as we all know, this is the 24th time. I can read out the list. The police stations where these deaths have occurred in the past ever since DMK came to power. In 2020, when the Sathankulam incident happened, all the DMK did was used the emotional issue to politicize, used all the actors as puppets in Tamil Nadu, made them all hold placards in their hands, and they came to power using this as a ploy. But after the DMK came to power, the police excess has been absolutely unacceptable. Today in Chennai, an 8-year-old girl has been found unconscious in the house of a sub-inspector. What is rather unfortunate is that along with filing an FIR on the sub-inspector, an FIR has also been filed on the parents of this little girl. How much more can the police muscle a family down to come to a compromise? You know, the parents have been forced, an FIR has been filed on the parents of this 8-year-old girl who was being subject to torture or whatever it is. The details have not been revealed yet. And reading the FIR, which was filed by the Sivaganga police, it's an absolute shocker. Not in one place has there been a mention about the assault the police have committed on this poor man. I mean, imagine the plight of his parents seeing the video. He has been injured in every part of his body. It is one of the most gruesome murders which could have happened. And transferring officers nor punishing these 4 or 5 constables is not justice being delivered. It is absolutely not enough. We all know what happens to these transferred officers. They are sent on waiting list. They sit for 2 months and they come back with more powerful posts after 2 months. And that's what's going to happen again. We need to figure out, we need to go to the root of what has happened, who's behind this. Because never in the history of Tamil Nadu has a special team been formed to nab or to pick up a person who has been accused of stealing 10 sovereigns of gold. This is the first time a special team has been formed for that, and who ordered forming of the special team is more important. So are DMK men more powerful than the people who studied UPSC, cleared their exams and became IPS officers? So the DMK men seem to be more powerful.
You asked a valid question, Vinod, which I'll take forward with Dharnidharan, of getting to the root cause of this. There's suspensions that have happened right now, transfers that have happened right now, Dharnidharan. But what's to stop it from happening again in another police station somewhere in Tamil Nadu? The reality is that the reason today we're having this discussion, the reason there's outrage across the nation over this incident is because of Ajith's family fighting for justice. That's how it even came to light. Otherwise, nobody would even know, considering no case, no FIR was registered right up until the family protested.
No. As soon as the incident came to the light of the chief minister, immediately the actions were ordered and no one will be spared. There have been suspensions and more suspensions will follow. There will be culpable homicide registered. If it has been proved that it was a murder in the sense because of
come on, Dharnidharan, you've seen the pictures. There's no question mark over this.
The chief minister will ensure. Then the chief minister will ensure that they get the they get the punishment.
There's no if here. Let's be very clear. You've seen the pictures. I'm sure you've seen it.
See, I'm using this because there's a procedure, right? The chief minister never tried to hide the matter. He never said, no, it is a natural cause of death. It has gone wrong. It has been investigated. People have been suspended. Furthermore, people will be suspended. If it's a murder, then they will be given the punishment. That's all. I am not the judge, no. The court anyways, even in this case, the court will have to give the verdict. That is why I use the word if, right?
Well, the court has been. The court so far has been extremely, extremely critical of the government's handling also of this issue. Kovai Satyan, to respond to all the comparisons that are coming up with what happened in Sathankulam, what's your response? The DMK is saying that, look, we acted swiftly in a matter of 24 hours. We've ensured necessary action against the officials.
This is what I stated. The last 24 custodial murders which took place since DMK came to power. It is a pattern. You suspend the officials. What is the status of Balwinder Singh? The SP from Tirunelveli who is accused of plucking the teeth of people who come for inquiries. He was suspended. Now he is back in action. And what is that justice you have delivered? Isn't it a standard template to give a reason saying that we have taken action? As far as Satan Kulam is concerned, the policemen who committed that act are behind bars now. They are not even able to get a bail. We owned up, our leader took up the responsibility, ensured a transparent probe, and justice was delivered to the family. Now, rather than owning up to the responsibility, isn't it a shame on the CM to speak to the mother and try to play a sympathy card? It is the mother's FIR, mother's complaint, which police force refused to file an FIR. Is it her complaint filed on 20th? For 2 days, you didn't file a complaint. You didn't register an FIR. And the head of the state is so much not knowing what's happening on the ground, is coming and giving excuses that the government will do whatever is needed. Whatever the family wants, we will do. Isn't it a blatant attempt to cover up the entire issue? All the evidences were siphoned off from the scene. The court is asking under whose instruction you have taken away the CCTV. Show me the records. Policemen are not able to give the records. And the person says under the DSP's instruction, I have taken the CCTV. The plastic pipes, the iron rod, the chili powder, the place was spick and pan, it is clean. And everywhere, wherever this crime was committed, the police force go and wipes off all the evidences. And top of which you sent a minister not to extend your sympathy, just to pacify them, not to act further because their case is still pending. The PAL filed by the villagers is still pending in the court. This is
the challenge here is to
what
find
is the need
a
for MK
solution.
Sarin to speak to
At the end of the day, looking at the data that's come in the last many years, Tamil Nadu unfortunately is getting a reputation of having police being given a complete free hand, and these kind of custodial tortures, custodial deaths becoming the new normal in Tamil Nadu. Sometimes they're sleeping in a bathroom, sometimes they're saying epileptic attacks. This is not okay. So what's the end solution here? What's going to be done to fix this reputation that the Tamil Nadu police has?
See, as I said, the police officers across India are stressed because it's understaffed. Firstly and foremost, what is necessary?
No, let's stop across India. Let's talk about Tamil Nadu. Let's talk about Tamil Nadu. Forget across India.
No, I think, I don't agree with the fact that when anything happens, then then put Tamil Nadu in a bad light. It's a pan-India problem. Custodial deaths in Uttar Pradesh is 1,200.
But this has happened. Let's not, please. If it's happened in Uttar Pradesh, immediately the DMK says pull up the Yogi government. Similar in Tamil Nadu, it will be the Stalin government that's pulled up when there's a situation. We don't go pan-India on everything.
You asked me for a solution. No, I'm talking when you ask me for a solution, I can't speak as a spokesman. I have to speak as someone who wants to give solution on the matter. What is the solution? From what I have understood on this matter, the police is understaffed in this country. So we increase, though it's not the highest in Tamil Nadu, per capita of 1 lakh people, the number of police is lower, which has to be step by step increased. It has to touch about 300, 320. And then because they're understaffed, what happens is they overwork. That gives them stress. So that police has to be increased, and strong mental health training has to be given them.
To me, honestly, it sounds like you're justifying what the police has done. Even if they're understaffed, what explains picking up a person who's accused of theft and beating them up?
I am the last person to justify.
Understaffed cannot be the answer, Dharnidharan. It's about mentally also thinking they can be as murderous as that.
See. I think there's a misunderstanding. What I'm saying is, from what I've understood from what's been written by experts, I'm trying to tell you. I am not saying, no, the police is not at fault. Whoever has done this is definitely at fault. And why Chief Minister has spoken to them? Because he's a Chief Minister and he wanted to give condolences to the family and to say that he is with them. He is not with the police or with the government. Whoever has made the mistake, my Chief Minister will ensure them punishment and he will be with the plaintiff. That is the message he communicated. Why is it he's sending a local minister or speaking to them wrong? It only shows that he is with them. He is with whom? He is with those who are suppressed. That is our ideology. That's what we stand. Either we are in the ruling party, either we are in the opposition, we are against custodial deaths. That is categorically clear.
Ask you one final time. I will ask you one final time. Not what experts have to say. Not what experts have to say, but in your capacity as a member of the DMK, what is the DMK solution here beyond just saying that, look, the cops are understaffed, so they can't do anything else. They will resort to these kind of actions because there aren't enough personnel on the ground. That is simply unacceptable. If you ask me, even if there were 2 policemen, nothing warrants or justifies beating up someone accused of theft.
See, custodial torture cannot be accepted in any society, is what I am saying. It cannot be accepted in any democracy or anywhere in the world. There had be only humane ways in which they will be investigated, and then there is a court to give verdict. So I am not saying, or nor my party is advocating for custodial torture or custodial beatings. So there is a procedure in which interrogation has to be done, which cannot be physical. And in fact, DMK also is against death penalty also, because it violates human rights. So this is my party stance. So this aberration will make sure it will not happen again. This will have to happen from the top. We will form a panel. The DGP will be communicated, and the respective superintendent of police will be told to organize meeting with the respective SHOs, or with the inspectors of the respective police stations.
I can only hope, Dhanidharan, there are no more, the accused slipped in a bathroom and hurt his hand, hurt his leg, broke his limbs. I hope no more they will be. They tried to escape and they were... Come on, Dhanidharan, we know the reality. I have seen multiple such cases in courts where the accused is brought in wounded and then they say they slipped in the bathroom. Closing comments from Vinod Selvam and also from Kovai Satyan. To you first, Vinod. Closing comments on what you think of this incident. How do we stop this from happening further, away from the politics?
If any seriousness has to come in, it is very important that the minister who's in charge for the police has to take moral responsibility, act with a little bit of conscience, and he should resign. And in this case, the minister responsible of the police department happens to be to M.K. Stalin. So, after 25 deaths, if his conscience still doesn't hurt, it is rather unfortunate for the people of Tamil Nadu. So I think that he should take the moral responsibility. The Deputy Chief Minister has not spoken yet. Only after excessive pressure and the news being carried out on national media, as the CM even come out and made the effort to send one of his ministers to reach out. Before that, only bargains and negotiations were happening to compromise with the family of the deceased, which is even more shameful. So, we are very thankful to the High Court of Madurai. They've come down very heavily. They've in fact called the state, it's a state-sponsored murder of its own citizen. That's the kind of words the Madurai High Court has used today. So, our BJP state president also has insisted on a National Human Rights Commission independent inquiry to be done into this matter to find out every person involved in this heinous crime. And I really hope that, it's in fact, we have one more year of DMK's rule, and we are scared actually how many more custodial deaths we'll have to see, because the police do not seem to be respecting the chief minister's word.
The assurance has come from the DMK that they will not allow this to happen. We most certainly hope so, because like I said, we don't want the Tamil Nadu police to have that reputation of constantly resorting to custodial torture, and unfortunately for us to have to report on deaths of this manner in custody in Tamil Nadu. Dhanidharan, Kovai Satyan and Vinod Selvam, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. We will continue tracking the latest on the investigation and also ensure that the police officers involved in this crime, there's no eyewash of a probe, and that there's actually concrete action taken against them for being involved in the murder. Let's be clear, the murder of that security guard, of that temple guard, Ajith Kumar. Let's move on here on the broadcast. As promised, from Tamil Nadu, we move to Karnataka, where there's been all of this talk of a leadership churn. In fact, a day after Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his deputy D.K. Shivkumar projected unity, the party's state in charge has firmly denied any talk of a leadership change. But the political buzz continues, raising fresh questions about who truly holds the reins in Karnataka.
ನಾವು ಇಬ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ವಾ ನಾವು ಇಬ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ವಾ
A day after Siddaramaiah's unity message with his deputy D.K. Shivkumar, senior Congress leader and central emissary Randeep Surjewala dismissed any speculation of a leadership change in Karnataka. In as many words, he made it clear that Siddaramaiah will complete his full 5-year term.
We are all part of the family. Congress is part of the family of all the Kannadigas. You asked me whether this is a exercise for any change in leadership. The answer remains no.
This after the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge had set off a buzz by claiming that the final decision rested with the High Command.
That is in the hands of High Command.
Nobody can say here what is going in the High Command.
However, moments after Randeep Surjewala's emphatic message, a video of Congress MLA B.R. Patil's phone conversation with the Chief Minister on Siddaramaya's rise and party discontent has gone viral. In the call, Patil claims he played a key role in arranging Sonia Gandhi's meeting with Siddaramaiah, which was key in him becoming the Chief Minister. However, when confronted about discontent, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah lashed out, dismissing the claims.
ಹೌದು, ನಾನು ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಅದೃಷ್ಟವಂತ. ನಾನು ಅವನು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ MLA ಆದವಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ.
Deputy CM D.K. Shivakumar too has claimed that he is not looking for any change.
I don't want anyone's support. I am not aspiring for the chief minister issue now. My aspiration is to only see that Karnataka comes to power in 28. That is my priority.
But will the messaging from the party high command be enough to silence the loyalists of both the CM and the deputy CM who continue to lobby on their behalf?
After the exercise of meeting MLAs at KPCC office, AICC General Secretary and Karnataka in charge Randeep Surjewala said that there was no discussion about leadership change, and they have discussed only about the development and strengthening the party across the state. Whereas Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister claims that nobody should support him and he is not an aspirant for the Chief Minister, and his only motive is to bring back the party in the year 2028 in the state. With journalist Madhu Sagaraj reporting for India Today, Bengaluru.
We'll take this across now to Sagar Raj. He's joining us live from Bengaluru with the latest updates of what's really playing out in Karnataka. Are we going to see a change in the Chief Minister or not? Because in the last 24 hours, you've seen two different messages that has come across. Sagai, what's really happening? Are we going to be seeing a change in CM? Yesterday, it looked like it. Today, not so much.
Call contact, sir.
Sagai, can you hear me? All right, apologies. We'll connect with Sagai in just a bit for those details of what's playing out in Karnataka. But let's quickly move on now to Telangana. In the last 24 hours, we've seen the BJP going through a leadership change in Telangana and in Andhra Pradesh. In Telangana, N. Ramachandra Rao has been officially appointed as BJP's new president. And there was, of course, endless speculation over who would succeed G. Kishan Reddy as the Telangana BJP chief. The High Command seems to have taken their pick. Now, besides Ramachandra Rao, as far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, you've got senior BJP leader PVN Madhav, who's officially taken over as the party's Andhra Pradesh unit president. He's, of course, succeeded Purandeshwari. So two faces that have changed the face of the Telangana and Andhra Pradesh BJP. Joining us here on India Today is the new Telangana BJP chief, N. Ramachandra Rao. Ramachandra Rao Garu, namaskaram first of all. Congratulations to you on your appointment as the BJP chief of Telangana. Do you plan to hit the ground running, sir? What's your mission 2028 going to look like?
We are definitely working power in 2028. That is our main mission and our main aim. So we are already in a good position in Telangana as far as our seats increase in member of parliament in Lok Sabha is there. We have 8 members now. We recently won in MLC elections, the 2 elections, and we got 2 candidates elected from the teachers and the graduate constituency. So therefore, the people are looking towards the BJP. So we are now trying to fight against this government, which is the Congress government, which is taking all anti-people policy and not able to fulfill their poll promises. So therefore, we are going to the street, we will go on street and fight against this government. And definitely on 2028, our aim is to come to power, and we are sure that we'll definitely, with our organizational strength and with our educational programs, we'll be able to come to power in 2028. We have good presence in BJP, even in rural area. Our membership has increased now 40 lakhs. We have nearly booth committees in every booth. So definitely we are organizationally, we are improving, and our main challenge is now in the next coming local body elections. And we wish to do it very well in that election because in rural part also BJP is growing.
Mr. Ramchandra Rao, just talk to us through really the course of your journey now to becoming the BJP chief of Telangana. There were a lot of contenders, a lot of names that were doing the rounds. Why do you think, sir, you were picked finally? What is the advantage you bring for the Telangana BJP?
No, it's not a question of advantage or disadvantage. Definitely in politics, there will be many aspirants, and it is the high command and it is the party's decision that they have taken to pick me up as a candidate. Whatever may be the reasons may be many, and you can't give one post to all. So therefore, they have picked me up because I am a senior man also in the party. I have a legislative experience, and I'm still working for the party since past 40 years. So maybe all these things must have been done. It doesn't mean that others are rejected. They are also important to the party. And we all together will work for the party's growth. Maybe contenders will be there. In politics, it is very common that for every post there will be contenders. But we'll work together. There's not an issue that why I have been selected, why they have not been selected. They are all with us and they are all with the party. And we will together work for the party's progress in Telangana.
So you've sent across a message of unity, but perhaps one of the biggest debated issues within the Telangana BJP is that it seems to be full of factions, Mr. Rao, and there are factions who are, with different leaders and whatnot. You've had Bandi Sanjay put out a very detailed post saying he completely agrees with whatever decision the High Command takes. But is factionalism and bringing the party together as a unit your number one priority?
I don't agree that there is a factionalism in the party. We stand together. As far as the media reports are concerned with regard to the factions and all, they are only created by our opponents that the party is full of contradictions and a lot of gap is there among the leaders. There's nothing like that. Today we have seen all the MLAs and MPs in the meeting where I have been declared as president. And definitely, we don't find any such gaps among our leaders. It's not true also.
Okay. If you just look at the BJP's track record so far in Telangana, you're right in pointing out also that there has been a steady growth in the vote share of Telangana. The seats won also, you've seen BJP going up clearly. So, you're poised to do well. This is a very critical time that you've taken over also as the Telangana BJP chief. The next few years, what do you think are the biggest issues that the BJP will focus on to keep that momentum going?
Definitely, we are growing in Telangana, as you rightly said. Our presence is now improving, and we have some areas where we are weak. And we'll definitely try to concentrate in those areas to develop the party and also to develop the leadership there. In fact, we have good presence in North Telangana, and in South Telangana, we'll definitely try to see that party improves there also. And we are now appealing to many youngsters and also intellectuals to join the party so that our base will increase in rural areas also. So therefore, we think that the party is accepted by the people of Telangana. People of Telangana have seen TRS. People of Telangana have seen Congress. No, they are seeing BJP as an alternative. So
who's the bigger rival for the BJP, sir, in Telangana? Is it the BRS or the Congress?
Situation in Telangana, BJP will definitely improve.
Okay, the BJP will improve then. Mr. Ramchandra Rao, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations once again and all the very best. You've got a very, very difficult and challenging time coming up and a very important time for the BJP in Telangana. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And speaking of Telangana and the fact that you're seeing a churn in the leadership for the BJP there, T. Raja Singh, three-time MLA from Goshamahal Assembly constituency, has resigned, expressing strong disappointment over the party's leadership. Joining us here on India Today now is Raja Singh, telling us exactly why he chose to resign, why he has issues with the current leadership with Mr. N. Ramchandra Rao, who we just spoke to. पहले राजा सिंह जी, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस। आपने बीजेपी से रिजाइन किया, लेकिन जो आप अभी बैठे हो, आपके पीछे बीजेपी सिंबल भी दिख रहा है, तो आपके मैसेज क्या है? आपने रिजाइन क्यों किया, लेकिन अभी भी आप बोलते हो कि आप बीजेपी में ही हो?
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सभ्यता को तो हमने कल रिजाइन किया है। हमारे प्रेसिडेंट, जो कल तक के जो प्रेसिडेंट थे, श्रीमान किशन रेड्डी जी, जो कि कोयला खदान मंत्री है, उनको हमने हैंड टू हैंड हमारा इस्तीफा दिया है। इस्तीफा देने का हमारा एक रीजन था कि हमारी पार्टी को, यानी तेलंगाना में कई वर्षों से बूथ से लेकर कार्यकर्ता मेहनत करके पार्टी को मजबूत कर रहे। कई ऐसे सीनियर अधिकारी हैं जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए अपना पूरा जीवन दिए, सो आज कईयों सीनियर कार्यकर्ता पार्टी छोड़कर जा रहे हैं। जितने लोग जो बाहर से पार्टी में आए हैं, कईयों लोग पार्टी छोड़कर चले गए। यानी पार्टी को मजबूत करने का कोई विचार ही नहीं है। यानी हमारे दो जो स्कीम है ना, वो हमारी पार्टी में चल रही है। यानी सिर्फ हम ही रहना है, दूसरा कोई नहीं आना है। कल तक हम ये सोच रहे थे कि चलो एक मजबूत प्रेसिडेंट भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिलेगा, तेलंगाना में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी, क्योंकि हम लोग हर विधानसभा, हर डिवीजन, हर जिला हम लोग घूमते हैं धार्मिक कार्यक्रम के लिए। इतना अच्छा रिस्पांस मिलता है कि यार चलो नेक्स्ट 100% हम बीजेपी को सपोर्ट करेंगे, क्योंकि हमने बीआरएस का राज्य देखा है, अभी हम लोग कांग्रेस का राज्य देख रहे हैं। नहीं, दोनों राज्यों में तेलंगाना को सिर्फ कर्जा मिला है, विकास बिल्कुल भी नहीं मिला है। तो तेलंगाना की जनता डिसाइडेड थी कि नेक्स्ट हमें भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार तेलंगाना में लाना है। डबल इंजन की सरकार रहेगी तो ही तेलंगाना में विकास होगा। जनता डिसाइडेड थी। लेकिन जैसा ही शाम होते होते ऐसे अध्यक्ष महोदय जी का नाम सामने आया, तो उसका हमने विरोध किया। हमने पूछा कि भाई, कल तक कुछ और नाम था और आज कुछ और नाम है, इसका क्या रीजन है? क्या पार्टी को क्या खत्म करने का क्या विचार है? क्या पार्टी को क्या सर्वनाश करने का विचार है क्या? आज बूथ से लेकर कईयों कार्यकर्ताओं का ये डिमांड था कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को एक मजबूत प्रेसिडेंट मिले।
जी, लेकिन राजा सिंह, आपको क्यों लगता है कि जो अभी चुन गए रामचंद्र राव जो है, वो एक स्ट्रॉन्ग अध्यक्ष, स्ट्रॉन्ग प्रेसिडेंट नहीं है? क्या आपको कुछ पर्सनल बायस है या क्या दिक्कत है?
देखिए, व्यक्तिगत रामचंद्र राव जी हमारे मित्र है, हमारे बड़े हैं और उनका हम सम्मान करते हैं। लेकिन रामचंद्र राव जी में उतना गट्स नहीं है बात करने में और बोलने में। और तेलंगाना की जनता एग्रेसिव प्रेसिडेंट चाहती है, एग्रेसिव प्रेसिडेंट। और तेलंगाना में देखिए, हिंदुत्व चलता है। अगर हम रिमोट कंट्रोल वाला अगर प्रेसिडेंट बनाएंगे तो पार्टी को नुकसान होगा। हमने यही कहा कि भाई 8 विधायक है, 8 सांसद है, 3 एमएलसी है, उनमें से हम लोग क्यों विचार नहीं कर रहे? उनमें से हम लोग क्यों प्रेसिडेंट बनाने का हम लोग विचार नहीं कर रहे? आप बनाइए ना एक एग्रेसिव जो भाग सकता है, जो कार्यकर्ताओं के बीच में दौड़ सकता है। आज जब बीआरएस की सरकार थी तो कईयों कार्यकर्ताओं को जेल में डाला गया, वो समय पर भी हमें नुकसान हुआ। आज कांग्रेस की सरकार है तो भी कार्यकर्ताओं को जेल में डाला जा रहा है, अन्याय हो रहा है, खुलेआम गौ माताओं को काटा जा रहा है, लव जिहाद हो रहा है, लैंड जिहाद हो रहा है, लेकिन उसके ऊपर कोई बात नहीं कर रहा। हमें बात करने वाला प्रेसिडेंट चाहिए।
तो आप जो बता रहे हैं कि एक एग्रेसिव लीडर होना चाहिए था, तो कौन है आइडियल लीडर आपके हिसाब से? राजा सिंह को कौन चाहता था कि अभी प्रेसिडेंट बनेगा तेलंगाना बीजेपी में?
देखिए, मैंने किसी का नाम नहीं लिया है और मैं बिल्कुल भी 1-2 दिन पहले तक भी कि भाई हम भी प्रेसिडेंट के तौर पर हम पूछेंगे, ऐसा कोई विचार था नहीं। लेकिन 1-2-4 लोगों का अच्छा नाम आ रहा था, जैसे इटेला राजेंद्र जी और हमारे बंडी संजय जी का नाम आ रहा था, तो हम बहुत खुश हो गए थे। चलो भाई, हमारे केंद्रीय मंत्री श्रीमान बंडी संजय जी अगर प्रेसिडेंट बनेंगे तो पार्टी और आगे बढ़ेगी। अरविंद जी का नाम आया और रघुनंदन राव जी जो कि सांसद है, उनका नाम आया। अगर ये चारों में से भी किसी को भी अगर प्रेसिडेंट बना दिया जाता है तो मैं चैलेंज करता हूं कि आने वाला जो चुनाव होगा तेलंगाना में 200% भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बन सकती थी तेलंगाना में। लेकिन जैसा ही शाम होते होते ये देखा कि बिल्कुल इन चारों को साइड करके एक ऐसे महान व्यक्ति को प्रेसिडेंट बना जा रहा है, जो कि उनका मतलब ठीक है, व्यक्तिगत तो कमेंट नहीं करना चाहिए क्योंकि अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी के वो अध्यक्ष बन चुके हैं, लेकिन तेलंगाना की जनता एग्रेसिव प्रेसिडेंट चाहती थी और हिंदुत्व बोलने वाला प्रेसिडेंट चाहती थी, ना कि लवर स्टैम्प प्रेसिडेंट नहीं चाहती थी तेलंगाना की जनता। तो देखिए, आज हम लगभग 2014 से संघर्ष कर रहे पार्टी में। हम चाहते थे कि पार्टी सत्ता में आए तेलंगाना में। 2014 से, यानी जब हम खुला जब कोई चीज का हम विरोध करते तो हमें साइडलाइन किया जाता है। 2014 से लेकर अब तक सिर्फ हम साइडलाइन है। 3 बार के विधायक, आज हम किधर है? आज ठीक है, जनता में है, कार्यकर्ताओं में है, लेकिन हम क्या है, खुले शब्दों में गलत को गलत, सही को सही बोलने वाले हैं, इसलिए आज हमारा नुकसान हुआ है। तो हमने परसों भी ये गलत हो रहा है, सही प्रेसिडेंट का चयन नहीं हो रहा है। आप कृपया करके कार्यकर्ताओं की भावना समझे, कार्यकर्ताओं से सजेशन ले, क्यों इतनी जल्दबाजी करे, थोड़ा समय लीजिए। समय लेने के बाद में अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अध्यक्ष का अगर चयन होता है तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को, तेलंगाना को एक नया बूस्ट मिलेगा। हमने बहुत रिक्वेस्ट किया, लेकिन मुझे पहले तो आने देने के लिए रोका गया स्टेट ऑफिस में, उसके बाद में मुझे जो प्रेसिडेंट के लिए जो फॉर्म होता है वो देने में आनाकानी की, वहां लेट किया गया, और 10 लोगों की जब उन्होंने साइन मांगी तो हमने 10 लोगों को जमा किया, तो उसमें से 5 से 6 लोगों को भगा दिया गया। यानी पूरा का पूरा वो लोग डिसाइडेड थे कि भाई हमें एक डमी प्रेसिडेंट बनाना है, सो वो लोग सक्सेस हुए।
ओके, नो बट राजा सिंह, you know you're calling रामचंद्र राव as a rubber stamp president, तो क्या आपको लगता है कि अभी जो नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन है तेलंगाना में 2028 में बीजेपी हारेगा?
देखिए, आज तेलंगाना की बीजेपी जो जिंदा है ना, वो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के कार्यों को देखकर जिंदा है, अमित शाह जी के कार्यों को देखकर जिंदा है, योगी जी के कार्यों को देखकर जिंदा है, और जनता चाहती है कि योगी का मॉडल तेलंगाना में भी आए। वहां एक बूस्टिंग मिलता है, जब जब भी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी आते हैं, अमित शाह जी आते हैं, तो उनसे एक नई प्रेरणा तेलंगाना के कार्यकर्ताओं को मिलती है, तेलंगाना की जनता को मिलती है। तो सभी लोगों की एक आस थी, तो चलो भाई तेलंगाना के लिए भी एक बहुत अच्छा स्ट्रांगली एग्रेसिव एक प्रेसिडेंट मिलेगा, ऐसे आस थी। लेकिन आज सोशल मीडिया उठाकर देख लीजिए, आप कोई भी मीडिया चैनल उठाकर देख लीजिए, ये मैं नहीं, ऑपोजिशन पार्टी के लोग, ठीक है वो लोग तो अगर कमेंट करेंगे ही, लेकिन सभी लोगों की यही राय है कि बीजेपी का प्रेसिडेंट चुनने में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कुछ अधिकारी फेल रहे।
Okay, Raja Singh, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. You've heard from both sides, from the new Telangana BJP chief Ramchandra Rao,